themselves out to the pharmaceutical industry, turning innocents into drug addicts every motherfucking day.
Welcome back to After the Encore with members from the Odd Advantage and the Merch Stand, where we do a little podcast and we just talk about current shows, current events, current bands. Hopefully we'll try and get some guests on here, but this is just for fun and fucking around. So I'm Nick from the Odd Advantage, and I'm here with some friends.
I'm Emily Winnie. I'm also the president of the Merch Stand.
This is Austin Malik. I'm also in the Odd Advantage, and I'm also one of the associates of the Merch Stand. And it's great.
Jesus Christ.
Then we also have...
I'm Corey Taylor, and I do shit.
Hi, I'm Jeff. I also do shit, and Elon Musk is going to give us all free internet.
Internet too, electric.
No, I remembered the goal for him creating a second internet is to give the world free internet.
I'm down with that. Then can he delete Fortnite?
He gave Flint water.
He did give Flint some water.
Yeah.
Not all the water, but
no,
some
but
water.
he gave them enough water. You know?
I don't know if it was enough.
Well, if
they
you,
still have problems.
I mean, but they like fucking, they're very thankful.
They didn't know what they had.
For fucking how many years? Sips teeth.
I don't know. That made me happy. I love Elon Musk.
He's great.
He doesn't love you.
So let's talk about Taco Fest, right? We want to talk about Taco Fest.
Taco Fest.
Yes, this past weekend out in Los Angeles, the Taco Fest show. That was a fucking hell of a time.
It was a good time.
It's actually Taco Fest 3.
Taco Fest 3.
This is the third Taco Fest?
Yeah.
I
forgot about that.
They do it monthly, actually.
There's a guy whose name I forgot, but he makes amazing tacos and does really good tattoos. And thank you for having us out.
Is the guy from Taco Punks?
Yes, he's the guy who created Taco Punks.
Oh, okay. Well, that guy.
Yeah, no,
he was.
Is it the one with the skull painting?
Yes.
Oh,
he also
played.
They played with Dead Punks.
Yes, he played with Dead Punks. He sung for them.
Oh, that guy.
Awesome.
Okay, yeah. No, he was kind of running the things.
Yeah, that was his event. And
yeah, no, that was pretty fun. That was awesome. Well, we had a fun ass time at Taco Fest.
I got drunk for 6 hours.
So many dabs.
So
many fucking dabs. You took one and you were
actually, I
he
took
was
2 big
fucked up.
tips.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
How did you play bass?
I don't know. It was dark. And I was not feeling.
You were doing some weird things.
He was doing some weird
things. Dude, the
things.
fucking beginning of Music Man. What were you doing?
Yeah.
I've never wanted to punch you so bad.
I just kept hearing Tool.
No, 'cause at the beginning of Music Man, yeah, he started it off wrong, and then we're like, oh no, restart it. And then he kept fucking going, and then it was
You
like
said restart it?
It was
we
almost
should never restart
It was
anything.
almost Music Man. And then he would play like 2 notes offbeat. Then he would play 1 note offbeat with an extra note. And then and then we looked over at Austin, like me and Eddie, just like, what the fuck are you doing? And his face just like kind of smiled, like it was inevitable. And you like, there's no way to stop him, so we might as well just keep going. And like, because that's as a band, you feel each other, and that was it. We knew there was no stopping his fucking assholeness.
Austin's
right
in the zone right now.
It was terrible.
He's not coming back.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Every time I moved, I did not like it. I brought 2 basses because I was going to switch them, but I was like, I am not bending over to do this because I might fall.
Just imagine Austin taking a step and being like,
No, just
The only time
Austin
I've ever
playing
felt like that. Sorry. The only time I've ever felt like that was on Salvia.
Gardening on
you did
Salvia.
Salvia?
Huh? I used to do it a lot when I was a teenager.
Oh my
fuck.
goodness.
Salvia's not as hardcore as people think. It's in the moment. It's pretty fucking hard.
It's as hardcore as people think.
In the moment, like in 2 seconds, it's like it's.
I mean, DMT's over in 15 minutes.
Because acid really. I mean, not. What the fuck am I saying?
That's just what you want.
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, things that I want are on my mind. But no. When Salvia hits you, it's just. It's so quick, but it's very painless. But yeah, during the time being, you're in hell for like maybe 3 minutes. I was a purple blob who was as heavy. who was as heavy as iron every second. Every time I moved, too, I felt my limbs get like 10 times heavier and then just fall, and I couldn't move, and I was like stuck inside of an Iron Maiden. It was terrible. It was terrifying.
That sounds like hell. Why?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Why?
but salvia's not intense.
Hey, that was only one time though. The other times were all pretty good. Take it with weed.
Dude, to see
Oh,
the
yeah.
dead smoke salvia out of a bong next to a cliff.
Oh my god.
I've never done bong rips of salvia. I could never do that.
They all told me it was the stupidest thing any of them have ever done.
Next to a cliff too.
You're
Holy
gonna die. Anyways, like another note of my playing on Saturday, we were playing "Do It for the Love." I just remember playing. The
We
beginning,
never played that
and then we
song.
got to the slow part. I was like, "We're already here."
We never played that
No, he's
song.
singing Panda Ska.
Or Panda Ska, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Panda Ska. And I was like, "Wait,
yeah.
wait,
Like, you
where
were
did
playing
the
a
verse,
song
where
that
did the
didn't
verses
exist
come?"
Oh,
that
so
night.
you're the reason the Gabe kept going.
Probably.
Yes.
Motherfucker.
Well, no. I mean, I knew where
I thought
like
the song ended.
I knew where I knew where I was, but I was like, "How did we get here so fast?"
You thought the song ended?
Yeah, didn't you hear me just be like, all right, this next song, oh shit.
Oh, that's right, because Austin
That's
was supposed to
legit.
start the bass line because I play with the
For-
pedals for
for-
Panda
Yeah,
Ska.
we had a horrible communication for a
For the
second.
reggae part, you start the bass line so I can make weird sounds with the pedals.
Yes.
You didn't start it. So there was we hesitated, and then Nick thought the song was over.
Corey didn't even play the merch.
I just want to let you know, like, I was right there recording. I didn't even realize any of this shit was happening.
I was
on my
pretty gone.
knees
I was
waiting for
like
it.
2 feet away from you.
I was pretty gone. Like my
I was listening for it at the
attention
table.
span, it was so hard to focus on things.
And listening for it, Corey, did you hear it? Like, did you actually hear fuck ups? Or
Oh, I heard the bass. I heard the bass being weird, but that I also had the prior knowledge of Austin taking those fucking dabs like literally 5 minutes before going
Yeah,
up there to
which was
play.
stupid.
I told
Homie-
him don't do it.
Homie said that he had hooked me up with dabs. I was like, that's fucking cool. You know, he's being
Yeah,
dumb.
and we all told you not to do it.
yeah, no. 20 minutes before our set, I look over and somebody's like, "Austin's taking his first dab ever."
And me and
I'm
Nick
just
look at each other and
I'm
like,
just
no.
like, what? Austin's doing his first what?
I was
before
feeling
what?
confident. I was feeling good. And I was like, you know what?
Were
this
you
is
vibing?
fun.
Were you vibing, Austin?
I was just literally vibing.
We got through it. Everybody loved it. They want us again. So I'll just not do that next time. Okay.
I mean, he is right. If we do better next time, I mean, it's a good thing. I mean,
Yeah, for the merch wise, though, I mean, we didn't sell a
Anything.
lot. We sold a couple things.
Now, what did you guys sell actually? Just
We sold the Harley Quinn, the large beach.
did you sell the Harley tree?
The big
Yes.
Oh, that's
Finally.
cool.
It's
a
I'm
Marcos.
actually- I'm
To
happy.
our boy that was hooking it up with dabs, so
Yeah.
shout
It's a
out to you,
Marcos.
man.
Oh, okay.
And then we sold a TOA candle.
I saw the candle. I know that.
Oh, you
the
actually
owner of
sold
the
that
place.
one?
Yeah, we sold one.
The owner
Oh,
of the
cool.
shop bought it.
Which is
Oh.
cool.
He was a really cool guy.
Oh, nice.
He liked us a lot.
That was that guy we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, he watched me get tattooed in my ditch in the
let me see.
if you don't know what a ditch is, it's the under part of your elbow or whatever. Honestly,
The
the
crease
worst
of the
place to
elbow.
ever get tattooed, the crease. Yeah.
Your elbow.
And he
came.
watched me the whole time, and I saw people like in awe because like I was trying not to show pain. I was successful at not showing pain, and then but then all of a sudden the after the line work was done though, the shading was so simple. But he was talking about how like he had his ditch done, and after the show he was like, "Holy shit, I didn't know you guys were this good," and it was like super awesome. So he said he'd hook us up with some cool shows later on because he's friends with like Concrete Jungle and stuff like that. So shout out to that guy. He was
We could,
cool.
we
Guy's
could
name
play
is
more.
Mark.
We could play more Concrete Jungle shows.
Yeah, no, Concrete Jungles are there. They do some. They've been throwing bigger shows
The
every
last
single year.
Concrete
It's
Jungle
crazy.
show I was at, someone got stabbed.
You're talking about the one we played at.
No, I'm talking about the one Wani almost played. That was a Rasta Kali show.
Mm.
And I had my friend get stabbed in the back of the show in Temecula.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Temecula?
He was stabbed?
Stabbing
A few
people
years
in
ago.
Temecula?
The
That's
back?
weird.
It's?
The?
Shitty thing.
Because skinheads.
Yeah,
That's all.
and
That's,
she's
Oh,
that's
shit.
where that story
Oh, that's
ends.
terrible.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's just.
I didn't want to be upset.
That's just. Weird.
I'm sorry.
No, you need to be upset, big.
Okay. So I mean, let's talk about actually Vegas real fast.
Well, actually, real fast.
What's so important to interrupt me?
Not very important, but me and Corey found Lego City at Taco Fest.
Yes.
It was a very beautiful place.
Yes, it was a big ass mural painted on one of the walls in the back alley behind where you guys were playing, and someone fucking
Made a
they
Lego
painted
city.
a Lego city, and they
Helicopter,
had a giant like
fireman.
Lego like
I think I remember
human.
hearing you guys talk.
Is
Yeah.
that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I thought you meant actually.
You guys were
I know.
I
I called
heard-
you stupid.
I heard Legoland. I was like, they have Legoland?
Yeah, no,
I was really
I think I heard
sad.
that too. Austin.
I wanted to get a shot of you guys back at the Lego
We
City.
really should go back there and like,
Yeah,
shoot.
next
It's a
time.
I was
really
gonna
cool
say you guys
place.
didn't get a picture.
I know a really good Italian restaurant that's not that far. It's where my sister works.
Shout
And
out
then,
to
um,
Victoria's.
Yeah.
I took Gabe to Lego City, and we walked down the alley, and we get to Lego City, we're smoking, have fun. It's nice. Me and him have a nice moment.
We're still talking about the mural, right?
Yes, we're at Lego City,
All right.
and we turn around to go back to the show, and me and Gabe see headlights, and someone's driving down the alley, and like I'm looking at these headlights as like we're walking up, and like 10 feet in front of us is a space where we can like get out of the way. And these headlights are like bouncing and shit. And I was like, oh, they're going pretty fast. Like for this really, it's like a what, 15-foot wide alleyway?
I remember
Yeah.
this.
And then like a 40-foot drop to a train yard.
Yeah.
So like me and Gabe step out of the way, like not as fast as we should have. But like it didn't feel that dangerous. And we step out of the way and this truck goes by going like fucking 45.
Oh,
No,
God.
I remember this actually. I was like 20 feet away from it because we were in the alleyway. It's an alleyway, and there's like fucking maybe just enough room for a car to pass through. And then it's like 20 feet away from us, and me and like 30 people like look over and we're like, what the fuck? Because like in this small space, like right to the left, there's no boundary. There's just a fucking ditch. Like if they would have just gotten one tire off, this car would
Dude, they were
have fell
hitting
down.
bumps.
And like, it would have like, it definitely would have like fucking killed somebody. It was crazy. But like, no, these guys were going 45 on this little sliver of a road, and apparently they almost hit Biggs and fucking.
If they would have hit a bump, because I saw them hit a few bumps and like their back end would jump up.
Yeah.
If they would have hit a bump and just jumped like 3 feet to the right,
Yeah.
me and Gabe would have had real problems.
Oh no.
You guys would have played that.
And then there's also the moment like halfway through the set. I think it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Halfway through all the bands, I'm watching one of the bands, and an undercover cop rolls by with this flashlight on, like going like 20.
Just scoping.
Yeah, you came
Oh.
up to me like right after that because you got your quesadilla and
Yeah.
you're like, "Yo, undercover just rolled by," and then you laughed and walked away.
Yeah,
A few cops are actually rolling through there though.
yeah.
I
The
think
cop,
they were just like checking, making sure like
Yeah.
no one's being stupid probably.
yeah. We were trying to hide the bands from them.
That's why you had all the fucking trucks parked up in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I have no idea.
Shit.
Yeah.
Speaking
I mean, regardless, it was fun.
Did you guys notice anything different between an LA crowd and an IE crowd?
And that's a
Biggs
good,
and I had an observation.
I mean, that's
Well,
a good question.
Corey thinks that we made an observation, but my observation's a little bit differently opinionated. It's like I didn't see a difference between LA crowds and IE crowds that
Yeah.
night. I just saw a crowd do something I've never seen before.
And what
like,
was that?
It was a crowd that, as a band was playing a song, would get into it. People would mosh. People would get close.
Yeah, it was
It was
hella
awesome.
interactive. Like everybody was there.
The second a song would end, everyone would leave. Like
Just
all 50 people would
dispersed.
walk away. And then the next song would start, and they'd fucking come back.
Yeah,
Like
they
a
come-
fucking active nucleus. Like
It was really, they would go in, leave. Go in,
It was
leave.
fucking wild.
No, actually, he's right about though. Especially like after a band, if a band finished their set, like there was like nobody in front of there. Like it was
Oh yeah,
crazy.
everyone was gone for
Yeah.
15 minutes.
It's like they knew. It's like in LA, they know what to do. Like
Yeah, they have it down
They
to
come
a
out for a
science.
purpose. Also, because there's so many more people, I feel like what I feel like separates LA from the IE is like people per capita is so huge.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like the few people, like I mean, let's just say like I mean, I'm just saying throwing names out there. Like JD, he'll come out to a show, he'll mosh and everything, and he'll come out, but he's also a very rare penny. You know, fucking like, but in LA, because of the how many people per capita, there's a lot more of those rare pennies. So they react like that a lot. It seems a lot bigger because there's more people doing that same amoeba effect thing. But I mean, to be honest, like if you're talking about differences between LA and the IE, I feel that it was good to see in LA that there was younger people there. I don't see a lot of younger people in the IE right now. And it gave me a lot of hope for like future generations of the scenes. Like I actually saw a glimpse into like childhood, like high school Nick, because I saw a couple like 15-year-olds, even younger kids too, like there that were like kind of like you could tell they were like getting into music. They were really trying very, very hard. Some very hard with looks, some very hard with attitude, and you could tell that you just could tell that the fire was alight, you know. So
I've seen that in the indie scene around the IE. There's this indie scene in SoCal right now where it's like 17-year-olds who just, like Ma and Racket, want to sound like the Strokes, but they're better than us. And like...
debatable.
You haven't seen these bands. Shout out to the Exchangers.
I mean, you're right about that. You're right about that.
But yeah, it's really interesting showing up to a show, and it's like it's a whole new generation of kids who are just like 17, 18, putting together shows and pulling 100 people to a
Reaching
backyard.
for something, man. Like,
And to think we're not even a decade removed from that age.
Not like 6 years. Like,
I just want to say I grew up near that area that the show was at.
oh,
and
East Los?
I grew up in San Gabriel, which is literally
Yeah,
not that
yeah,
far away,
Mm-hmm.
and all the way to Highland Park, literally pretty much in between that. So it's cool to see, like, be around there, see people from that area come out and, like, come to these shows, especially the people that we currently are around all the way out here in the IE.
Yeah.
So it's like a clash of worlds.
Also,
happening.
in Los Angeles too, like we still got a decent crowd. But if you think about it, there was actually an Encore show going on, and which
Oh.
Encore is a pretty big promoter. But that night there was an Encore show, which is why actually Los Munchies didn't even show up to that show, and we still had a decent crowd.
Oh, wait,
it
why
just
didn't they
just
show
goes
up?
to show the power of Los Angeles, because Encore gave them a set time that they couldn't refuse or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just what I heard from word of mouth. Honestly, I have no fucking idea, but I mean that makes sense because
That does make sense.
if Encore gives you a fucking invite,
You
and,
take it.
yeah, and if you're playing a free show and you're just about to go sit in like an alleyway and drink beer and tacos, might as well go to an Evocore show and fucking have a big crowd, get a little bit of money, and get a good set time. You know, like that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
By the way, Evocore, we miss you so much.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, did you guys see Madame Mosca playing with Safe Ferris?
Yeah,
We
that
are
looks.
going.
Yeah, we're
Are you guys
Actually.
going?
What?
What?
Eric is buying
Yeah.
our tickets.
You're
Shout
shitting
out to Eric
me.
being
Yeah.
a fucking boss.
Wait, real fast. I'm more impressed that Mad Mosca and a few other bands that we played with, whose names I forgot, are playing with Messiscopolis this Saturday.
I know, right? That's fucking
Like, fuck
great.
Safe Ferris. They're playing with
This
Messiscopolis.
is the second time they played with Mephiscophel.
Really?
Yeah. Madame Mosca, that's why I have them tattooed on me. They're literally, I'm never even surprised when they do stuff like that because, like, they deserve every last fucking bit of it.
I've
As
been
in-
doing it for so long.
Dope
As
ass
in-
band with a
you-
bunch of dope
like
ass
where-
people.
Like we're third wave ska, like the beginning of like Real Big Fish, kind of like, you know, Let It. That's where I feel like Madame Mosca is to me, like
Well,
with fourth
yeah.
wave ska. But also, I mean, this is just before I finish that point because I actually feel wrong about that because I could talk about this for hours about ska because I'm a ska
I'm
connoisseur.
worried about what we're
I have
Oh my
literally like
goodness,
I have like
connoisseur.
15 ska
That
bands
term.
tattooed on me. I love ska,
He's a
but honestly, I
ska-preneur.
feel like I feel like it will never be surpassed. But fucking Streetlight Manifesto runs the fourth wave ska movement, and that's where we are right now.
Well, that's
that's
fine
how
with
I
horns.
feel. That's my. I
Just
mean,
punk with horns.
because
Shut up.
I've listened to almost. I can tell you guys, I've listened to almost every single ska band except for like a few, maybe like out of country ska bands and stuff like that. I've listened to
Nothing
so
beats
much ska,
Streetlight.
but like in the fourth wave, which is pretty much fourth wave is in curation of everything. Fourth wave is like Latin. Fourth wave is also like Russian. There's so many things in there, all these different styles, and it's all mixed into one. Streetlight Manifesto runs all of that, and there's nobody who can top them. Just like third wave ska was like the super poppy radio hit ska. Yeah, nobody's gonna fucking beat Real Big Fish with that super poppy radio hit ska. That's all Streetlight Manifesto in this, and that's just my opinion. But I'm gonna move on. Everybody, just let's shut up about that.
I have an unpopular opinion.
I don't want to hear it.
I know you don't. And I haven't put any thought into this. This is just me going off the top of my head.
awesome.
I feel like Streetlight is, yes, the leader of the fourth wave ska, but I feel like fourth wave was like early to mid 2000s until like 2012.
But that was Real Big Fish. What are you talking about? Well, I guess.
Shut And all the ska bands who came up during that time who like did the same thing we're doing right now in the same scene that no one knows about.
You're right.
And that with this resurgence of the ska scene over the last like 8 years and how it's been growing, that this is the fifth wave, the beginning of the fifth wave.
A lot of people think
I
that.
agree.
And
A
over
lot
the
of people
next
think
10
that.
years,
I
like,
completely
it'll
disagree.
get bigger.
I believe if that is true, then the fourth wave was too small.
Oh yeah,
But if I honestly feel
the fourth
like,
wave failed.
but the thing is, I feel like then you couldn't even describe the fifth wave. If that's how you describe the fourth wave, then how the fuck do you describe the fifth?
With popularity.
I don't see that as a valid reason to describe an actual wave of ska.
I accept that. Dude, I found a German ska band the other day, and they
Was it-
were so
I know what
dope.
you're talking about actually.
I think I know you know.
I know.
what
I
I'm talking
think German ska is just polka.
about. Fuck you.
Whoa.
We got to talk about other things.
take.
guys.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this.
We're supposed to get to Vegas.
So, oh yeah, no wait. So we're gonna talk about Biggs' 3 shows that he had to play in 20 hours in Vegas. So So when Biggs left for Vegas, not only had he already been drinking.
When was the Vegas show again? Just so we.
About 2 weeks
two
ago.
weeks ago.
2 weeks
the
ago from
weekend of
today.
2 weeks ago from today, today is the 23rd.
Yes, of October.
Actually, the
October
24th
11th.
now because it's midnight. But but yeah, no, we went to Vegas. Biggs had a show that night. We had to play at 2:00 in the morning, so Biggs didn't get sleep until 2:00 in the morning. And not only did he not get sleep until then, afterwards he
Wait.
had to play a show at.
I didn't go sleep.
I know that's what I'm saying. You didn't get sleep, and then
You
afterwards,
didn't get sleep until after all the shows you
after
played.
not getting more sleep, he got even less sleep because he had to do a wedding the morning of the next day or the afternoon of the next day, and then the night of the next day he had to play a Ricochet show. All three bands too. So it was TOA, it was Modern Racket, and it was Ricochet. He's in all three of them, and he runs
marathon of
all of
music.
them. He runs all of them with his hat. And here's
My-
Biggs to talk about the show.
My hat actually makes all the decisions. It's the essence of a man named Brewer.
And it's
and
not
his
here.
essence drives me on and
miss
decides my decisions.
Brandon Brewer.
And I
I
don't
miss
see the hat anywhere
Brewer
in
so
sight.
fucking much.
No,
It's over there, okay?
It's here in spirit. I can
Damn.
feel it.
I remember he
Right
saw me
behind you.
putting pins on it and he was ashamed. But no, yeah, I woke up Friday morning at 10 a.m. and like by 8 p.m. I was in Vegas. 2 a.m. I play a show, and then me.
No horns, by the way.
Yeah, TOA played a show in Vegas with no horns because somehow,
Unfortunate events.
to no
conveniently
one's
occurred.
fault, the horn players for some reason went the back way through Joshua Tree and then hit railroad tracks going 70 and blew their tire.
Damn!
2 tires. They put the spare on.
But the spare wasn't inflated.
And then the spare wasn't inflated, and the spare blew, and
And
the
yeah.
rest is just polka music in Germany.
Basically, because TOA had to play a punk set without the horns, which was awesome.
No, we just
It
did
went pretty
surprisingly well. I was
We
really
did.
proud of our rhythm section
Because Austin was drunk, I was kind of drunk. I was really tired.
Yeah, that time I was gone too.
Yeah.
I was on
coming down though.
shrooms.
I
You
wasn't- I
puked
wasn't that
twice
bad.
before
I puked
the
more than
show.
twice. It
Yeah.
was like 3
Damn.
or 4.
I was
But
high. I was
they're
drunk,
baby
and I was on
pukes.
shrooms, and it
Yeah.
was I was actually so I haven't
Nick
had
had a great time.
I haven't had a good buzz like that in a minute. Like normally when people say like, "Oh, I was on so many things, I had a terrible time." I had a fucking blast.
Especially with all that bad news too.
Oh,
you
yeah.
got like funneled with bad news
Who
about the
knows?
horns
That
not
could have been the
showing up,
leverage.
Austin being drunk, all that shit, and you got all that in the middle of a gay bar that was fucking popping.
Oh wait, let's talk about the gay bar.
Shout out to
Wait.
Quads
Quads.
in fucking Las Vegas, Nevada. That
So
bar is
we-
amazing.
We go into a gay bar. Me, Emily, Corey, and my girlfriend Rita, and we go in there. We buy some drinks. I buy some drinks, and then fucking. So we're waiting. We're like, "Where's Austin?" And then Corey checks his phone, and Austin's like, "Corey, what did he say? He was trapped in
Yeah.
the gay bar.
He sent me like 7 messages
surrounded
and he
by-
tried calling me. He got lost 30 feet away from where we were in the bar. We were in the corner of the bar, like at the actual legit corner of the bar.
An ocean of gay people.
Yeah, ocean of gay people in front of us and this like drag queen that looked phenomenal behind us.
They all
like
looked pretty
she
fat.
was
They
on
looked-
point.
A lot of them
And
looked fabulous and
beautiful.
chiseled and great.
and fucking Austin was in the middle of the bar. Literally, he just walked into the doors and went straight until he couldn't anymore.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny to do in a gay bar. But he got lost in the bar with us, tried calling me several times, and then, I actually went outside to go find him. He calls me to tell me, I'm still in the bar! These people are fun!
No, he said, "I'm surrounded by fun people," and then he's like, "Please help!" And he said something. I don't know. It was literally
He's
hilarious.
like, I'm scared.
I just imagined poor Austin walking into a gay bar and looking like a little cat in the corner, and just
All
like,
the while,
I
it's
mean, he
like,
was.
Barbie girl is playing on the fucking loudspeaker, and all these dudes are dancing shirtless
remember
around
that.
us.
it was remix DJ Barbie girl.
That sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That
with the
sounds
little
fucking
Barbie
awesome.
like stripper music video that Quad's production team made.
Yeah,
It was
dude.
amazing.
It was actually
Hey,
pretty
they
good.
played Queen.
No, they
That's
did.
cool.
And there was
That a
also
good time.
somebody who was dressed like Freddie Mercury at the bar.
Was that one of the bartenders?
Yeah, he was. I was so
Yeah.
happy.
He had like the
He had a good
perfect
time.
mustache too.
Yeah, I said to the actually real fast one thing. I don't even think I told anybody this, but I don't know why, but I was having such a good time, and I went to the bar and I went to ask for a drink, and he's like, "What do you have?" And I was like, "What's tasty?" And I swear he thought I was like flirting with him. I swear. And then he got all defensive with me. He was like, he was like, Coke and vodka, and I was like, fucking, just 2 whiskey sours, please. No, it just sounded. I mean, maybe as a straight metro white male. I just thought that was he was upset about it. But
To be
I
fair-
came off extremely homosexual. So I don't know.
He doesn't know that you're a straight metrosexual male right off the bat. He could have, he
My
could have taken
nails
that
were
lightly.
painted.
Doesn't mean shit.
But hey, man, fucking, don't judge a book by its cover or some shit. But you could be the quick save. If he could have got defensive, you could have just been like, "Oh, I'm sorry, this is my boyfriend back here," and then fucking sling to me.
You're right. I should.
then I'll defend your honor.
I should have just made out with Corey.
Yeah.
Exactly. You guys are supposed to be the couple. Me and Rita were
We
the
went in
couple.
holding hands.
Yeah, that's right. We did go
Yeah,
in holding
see?
hands. That's
So we played the part.
As a bartender,
I was late to that.
I think it just fucking annoyed him because he has a busy bar and this fucker is asking him what tastes good whenever he could just order something because he
I don't
knows
fucking
everything
know
fucking
Coke and
tastes good.
vodka.
I like it when people suggest me things. I like to,
And as
just
a
leave-
bartender, I'd be fucking upset that you asked me that instead of just telling me what you wanted.
I'm gonna
Well,
torment
now
you
I
at the
know.
bar now
Now
every
I know.
time I go there.
We're gonna go.
I mean,
Do that.
well, see, the problem with you guys is I know you, so I'm just gonna tell you to fuck off and take care of my other tables.
He's
until
gonna
you
pour a
stop
Coke
doing
and
that.
vodka and just like
I put Tabasco in Joe's lemonade. Like, don't fuck with me.
Oh, I love it.
Jesus.
He was very upset, and I felt bad. I thought it would be funny. He was like, I fucking hate Tabasco. You ruined my meal. And I was like, Joe, like, what the? You set my door on fire, and you're gonna get mad at me
I
for
put
this?
Tabasco in your lemonade and you look like
It's
I
your
shot
fault.
your dog.
Dude, he was so upset. He was like really fucking upset.
No, I get that feeling around old people when I ask them if they want their receipt back. They look at me like I fucking like shot their dog. Like when I'm on register and I'm just like, "Do you want your receipt?" And they're like, "What?" they look so distraught. Like, who doesn't want their receipt? And I'm just like,
It's like we don't file everything away, Grandma.
I'm just
This
like-
is the modern age.
Like, fuck yeah, I want my receipt.
I could recycle it, ma'am.
Old people are the worst. Fucking boomers, am I right? Let's just get rid of them.
I mean,
Hot take of the day.
We're just gonna kill him.
Andrew Yang 2020. Kill the old.
We're just
Oh.
gonna kill him.
don't make that to Yang Gain's campaign. What are you doing?
But yeah, anyway, so
No, we're gonna
TOA,
kill them all with socialism.
TOA played a
Hopefully.
set at 2
Bernie
a.m. in
Sanders.
Vegas. Thank you to First Off Records, by the
Yes.
way, for having us out. And Ronnie from fucking off the wall for letting us use some of his drum equipment, and just all of them for being so kind and inviting.
Yeah, the show in Vegas was nice. It was nice to see. Both shows actually were really fun. The Vegas show and the LA show, we got a lot of love and a lot of support. It was really
very
nice.
fun.
It was really nice. It was good to see. It gave me a lot of hope for just like future fun shows because there's been kind of a decline. I feel, but
I feel like that's just because we haven't done it.
no, I mean,
It's like Concrete Jungle having in there. All we really have to do is ask Concrete Jungle.
partially. That's a very small part of it, but yeah.
Well, I just want to say we're happy we were able to go with you guys to Vegas on a 30-minute decision. Going.
They
That was
literally
fun.
were not gonna go to
That
Vegas
was
until
fun.
like 30 minutes before we left. We're like, "You guys want to go to Vegas?" And they were like, "We're not doing anything. Go to Vegas." And then they went to Vegas.
Yeah.
It
We
was pretty great.
we went to Vegas on like no time, maybe 5 minutes to pack a bag, and like $70 in our account total. And we're just
For,
like,
like, the week.
fuck it.
That's why I bought the drinks at Quads.
Yes, and I appreciate that.
And I
You,
cooked
you
for
gave
you
me
tonight,
some
I'm
alcohol
like-
to get me through the day.
Yes.
I spent about $400
Oh my god.
from the time I woke up to the time I got to sleep 2 days later.
Yeah,
And that
you
was
did.
for fun. Poor fucking what's his name had to.
Oh yeah, fucking Daniel.
Poor Daniel had to spend like $400 just to,
Oh,
like
yeah.
$500 honestly
Just
just
to
to
get
fix,
back home.
Just to get back home. They drove 4 hours out only to break a tire, sleep in a hotel, fix the tire, and drive back.
Yep.
That is hell.
And I feel very bad for them. I hope they learn not to drive through Joshua Tree.
True.
Or
And-
go over a railroad at 70 miles an hour.
And they still showed up for the LA show, so good on them.
No, yeah, they're great
They were
towards.
fucking troopers.
they all
were
showed
happy
up.
The
about
fact that
it.
Daniel didn't say "fuck you guys," like,
Yes.
thank you.
Why do we have so many people who are so good with us? Because Moises, our new keyboardist who we've been practicing with too, we had a practice that had to get canceled because the storage unit was locked for reasons that were just dumb. So he left his amp there just chilling in the open, and then he comes back to get it and it's gone.
Oh,
This is the
And-
first time that's ever
And the
happened.
only people who would have been there were us, and nobody of us took it. We all left at the same time. But he comes back and there's no amp. And then we're thinking like, oh my god, this new guy who hasn't even been with us, he automatically got something stolen, and then he decided to stick with us. He kept going with us. He had no problem with it. He was like, okay, I understand. So like, I don't know. It's good to see that we have people who are just down.
we have a lot of people who just take the bullshit and just ride with it.
Austin too. Austin got his bass stolen in Los Angeles, and I saw
I
her
remember
fucking.
that time.
Oh god. Oh man. No, sorry.
You saw what?
We stopped your other
because somebody
bass from
tried
being
to
stolen.
Somebody tried to steal James's bass.
Oh yeah, that's
that
right.
show.
Bass.
I stopped the motherfucker.
Yeah.
There was 3 gang members. I stopped the one dude. He was laughing with a group of people, and he like all of a sudden he reached his hand out and like a fucking like zombie waddled over, grabbing the bass, and I was like, hey, that's ours. And he was like, I'm helping you guys. And I was like, no, we don't need help. And he was like, oh, all right. He like laughed it off and walked away. I knew the 3 people. It was like this tall Mexican fool, this short Mexican fool, and this fat Mexican fool.
That wasn't
like out
the
of a
same
cartoon.
show, was it?
Yeah.
It was the exact same show.
That was it.
Then why-
That was
why did
how
I-
we
why
found
did I
out your
bring-
bass was
Why
stolen.
did I bring a bass?
There was 2 bases. There was I don't know why.
I don't know. You
I think I just brought a backup one because
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on, so
Yeah,
I just
and-
brought it just to bring it.
And by the end of the night, Austin's bass was missing. And Austin just started with us too.
Well,
I
that was
was
the
so
moment
pissed.
where we decided to check all the equipment and realized
Yeah.
that as me and you went to the truck and left fucking 10 people with the equipment, somehow no one saw anything.
It was amid the show. Also, too, me and Biggs were both on half a tab of acid.
We didn't even play.
God damn it.
No, we
And
didn't get to
that's-
play.
No,
too.
because our set time got pushed from 11 to 1.
No, to like 1:30.
And then as we set up, they're like, hey, we're going to shut it down.
No, the second the band before us said, they were like, oh, that's it. Well, mostly it's just because the sound guy had to go home. P.S. If you're a fucking sound guy,
Stay for the whole fucking show.
and you gotta go home.
Yeah.
The show is there's not a fucking show. So that's what happened.
That upsets me as
We
a
came
person
out
that
for
wants to
no
do that
reason.
as a career. Don't be that dickhead sound guy that ruins the fucking show.
have to
Stick
make sure you
around
have
to the
time.
end,
Yeah.
dickhead.
Not only that, me and Biggs had like a weird psychedelic experience.
Oh, dude.
It wasn't entirely
Was it
psychedelic,
telekinetic?
So
but
listen.
it was definitely fucking trippy that we both saw that same goddamn.
Dude, no, we were walking down the street, and
I remember this.
I looked to the right, and there's this like super picturesque street in Compton. I think we're in Compton.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
Somewhere
it's a
around
Compton
there.
show.
Yeah,
And there's a fucking lamppost.
Wait, what?
No,
What are you
the
talking
only
about?
light on the street was a lamppost.
Oh yeah, the only light was the street lights.
Yeah.
And one of the street lights is coming down the street, and it's beautiful. For some reason, it's fucking. It was the acid, but it was beautiful.
And you look at the street.
Yeah, and there's this did it start as Chinese food? Did it start as a
Yeah,
burger?
it was plastic bag.
There was a
there was
bag
a
of
plastic-
Chinese food.
And it was just like there was like a subtle wind, and like the handles of the Chinese food are just flowing in the wind of this white plastic bag in the middle of the street.
Yeah, like you can see the white
Like,
dots and
you
everything.
could tell there was like something in there where somebody just threw a trash bag on the floor, and it was just sitting in the middle of the street. And then
We look at each other,
we look at each other for a sec. I think we take our eyes away for a moment, and we look back.
and it's the most beautiful white bunny I've ever
The
seen.
whitest, the fattest, the biggest bunny rabbit.
And he just starts hopping away.
And he starts hopping
And like
to the left of the street.
it was like midnight in
and we
Compton.
both saw it. We were silent for a second, then we looked back and was like, did you like, it was so like unexplainable. Like if this was a UFO sighting, it's one of those people who would just be like, I swear to fucking God, I saw an alien.
You saw that?
No, we saw a plastic bag in the middle of the street and then look away, and then it metamorphosized into a white, clean bunny rabbit. There was no fucking spots on its fur. We were on acid. We could see every little pixel of life. And and then fucking this plastic bag decides to turn into a bunny and move to the left. That's
It just decides
I mean, that's what happened. There's nothing else to the story other than we did that, and then we were just baffled for like 30 minutes afterwards, just like of what just happened.
I'm still baffled by it.
That's
I'm
kind of shit.
still to this day. I've had a couple experiences on psychedelics that I wouldn't trade for the world, and that's one of them.
Dude, Arizona.
Oh God, we don't need to talk about that. That's for another podcast.
Yeah, no, let's do it. We could do an episode. Maybe.
The White Rabbit.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
No, we can
your
have
stories.
a topic of
Your-
psychedelic
yeah.
podcast.
Hey,
that'd be
that'd be
fun. That'd be fun. Because I did
That
one with
White
Corey
Rabbit.
too. Me and Corey could talk about our psychedelic.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be a fun time.
yeah.
Well, I just want to say too, it's kind of shitty that these people are trying to steal everybody's equipment. 'Cause, I mean, Manny got his guitars.
Yeah, watch
stolen
your shit,
at
lock
your
Derbies,
doors,
and
fucking-
then
That's why we keep a fucking
Endorphins.
hawk's eye on your
Justin
guys' stuff.
Jones.
Yeah, Endorphins got their stuff stolen.
Dude,
It's like,
I was
really?
like 50 feet from that.
Austin.
It's
Every-
really shitty. Like,
Oh,
why?
dude.
Every
Well,
show
we've
we're
gotten
at,
this
I watch
stuff
the
stolen.
fucking gear like a hawk. So
Guys.
if you guys are at a show and we're there, just let me know.
Yeah, the
I'll
merch
watch your
stand's
stuff
always here
you.
for a safe place and protection if you ever.
Yeah, even in a gated community, you gotta lock your doors and shit.
I've had thousands of dollars of shit stolen. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
no, Biggs at his work had fucking literally $1,500 worth of musical equipment stolen out of the back of his truck.
I do want to say though, like for what Nick said earlier, merch stand is a safe place. If for some reason you are feeling lonely or some creepy guy staring you at a show or your shit's getting stolen or whatever, just come to the merch stand booth if we are set up, and we will do our best to help you in any way we can.
Yeah.
Or if you need your bags watched or anything, you know, you can leave it with us. It'll be safe and sound.
If you want us to dry your wets,
And
Wet
we'll
your
wet
dry.
those dries.
Or if you point at a guy and he's holding a guitar and you say it's your guitar and he won't give it to you, we will kill him.
We will force it from his corpse.
Basically, yes. But I have to say, for every murder, there's a $200 surcharge.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's labor costs, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say like more 300 to 500.
Oh my
These are
goodness.
broke punk kids.
We're mercenaries now. What the fuck? We don't got government contracts.
Yeah.
We shall protect you with our lives.
Watch the Snowden fucking Rogan podcast.
Snowden Rogan.
Just came out today.
Over like about 2.5 hours long. It's great.
Wait, no. Watch the Bob Lazar and Joe Rogan podcast. That's a
Just
great-
watch Joe Rogan.
Yeah, basically.
Besides
Smoke weed, watch Rogan.
Besides things that are like irrelevant and things that we want to promote, is there anything that anybody actually wants to promote before we have to end this podcast? It's already been an hour long.
My birthday show is coming up this Saturday.
This
Is that-
Saturday.
wait.
Yes.
Is this going to be released by this Saturday?
Austin better fucking release it tomorrow. I mean,
He was
tomorrow?
he was on top of it, so
today.
He's
So
a good editor.
Tomorrow is Saturday. What
I
the
know he's
fuck?
good, but like, is 2 days a good time frame where you could do this?
Yeah.
yes.
He got the,
Along with
I
Music
got
Man?
the
he
final
gets stuff
copy
done
of-
quick.
before.
Okay.
We just didn't use it.
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah, this Saturday,
Yeah,
Derbies.
this Saturday Derbies.
Saturday Derby.
Also, you should check out Punks in the Park before Derbies.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Because fucking Rundown Creeps is going to be there.
Yes.
This one famous guy whose name I forgot.
From
talk
Buffalo.
about talk about Punks in the Park. What's it about?
Punks in the Park is about feeding and helping people who are helpless and connecting to your community in a way that's not fucking Christian or or anything like
I
that.
feel like that was a little much.
No, he's right.
I mean, yeah.
Fuck,
I mean, in a
Fuck
town
the
where there's
church.
more churches than Starbucks, I'm sick of it.
And the churches are making more money than Starbucks.
No, it's the fucking truth.
Well, I mean, our Starbucks is getting as big as the churches now. Did you see that?
This is not where I wanted to
Punks in the Park.
Pugs in the park. Ran by some good friends of ours. They feed the homeless and they get harassed by cops because fuck the police. They're all a bunch
They have
of
a permit
punks.
now.
So Punks in the Park is basically ran by our friend Karina, and the basis is providing entertainment, but also feeding the homeless and just providing an overall safe space for anybody who wants to come and hang out.
And get fucking
it's-
donations, food,
yeah, and
clothes.
donations. You know, like the people that come out, you know, they donate the food and stuff, and then we have a lot of homeless that come in and take advantage of it, which is what we want.
The goal is
you
to
know.
build community, and that's
Yeah,
what they're.
build community and get rid of the disconnect that our society has. But yeah, Punks in the Park, it's just
Good cause,
here
good
down.
people.
It's just here down in Hemet, California. At this place called Winston Park. That's basically like the homeless central.
Weston.
It's Weston.
In a Weston Park with denim
Weston,
walls.
it's
Eastern boys and
Eastern
Western.
boys,
it's in
Right.
Hemet. It's a small park by the hospital.
This is way
We
too long
probably
talking
go.
about Punks in the
We'll
Park.
make
This is-
time.
this is the biggest-
I'm sick of this. I'm so sick of this right now.
This is
I'm
the-
so done. I'm so sick. I'm so just
Hey, Nick.
Alright, so do you guys have any other shows that are happening?
creamy.
Halloween.
Halloween?
We are David Bowie.
Yeah, Halloween. My other band, the CS Mind, which is
Check them out on
which is
Spotify.
actually
iTunes.
the CS Mind is one of my first bands that I actually got involved in.
Biggs runs it.
But yeah,
dope ass reggae rock.
reggae rock, but also with
No.
Dad
Reggae Dad Rock.
Reggae Dad.
Reggae dad rock.
Reggae
There you
dad
go.
You can't deny it.
Do you have a defense?
Please state your case.
Anyways,
Embrace it, bro.
I like it.
No, I love it. It's great.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I'm a dad. I get it.
You're a father.
I'm a father. You're right.
You
I'm
said that at
You
least
don't like
twice in
AC/DC.
Vegas. You made
I
a
really
decision,
don't like-
and you were like,
no, actually,
I'm
no.
a father.
I appreciate ACDC, but I could never just like be like, hey, throw on some ACD. That just sounds.
Fuck you.
That sounds
I
like,
do that.
That sounds like a comedy
We're a
special.
different
Like somebody's like, hey, throw on that ACDC. I expect to be laughing.
Give
Yeah,
yourself,
don't
like,
catch
10
me
more
ever
years.
to do that.
I expect me laughing my ass.
I will
off.
never do that. Anyways, yeah, See Is Mine. We're covering Bowie. The Halloween show that's taking place at our local music store, Harvard Street Music Exchange.
And we're taking
Where I
advantage-
also work and teach. We're basically embodying Bowie into this show. And there's other great bands that are doing basically the same thing, but with different deceased artists.
They've
It's
really
called-
been working hard at it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's called Back from the Dead, and so basically we're kind of doing tribute to these dead artists. So there's going to be Joy Division, Pink Floyd, the guy who was doing Prince. Oh no, the guy doing Prince is still doing it. The people that are doing Joy Division dropped, unfortunately, but yeah, it's going to be Bowie, Pink Floyd, and Prince.
Hell yeah.
But anyways,
He's dope as
that's another show that's coming up at the end of October.
Brandon.
November 2nd, Ricochet, and actually it's open for booking. I need to get 4 or 5 more bands to help us play a car show in Banning on
Put the on
November.
Ben and John.
To play a car show in Banning.
Fine.
To play a car
More
show
Racket.
in Banning on November 2nd
Where
from
is it, Ricochet?
Can you,
2 to
um,
6.
Can you just
What's
play
the
all-
point of me talking?
Just play all your bands at the car show.
Yeah, just do a marathon of
All
music
of
there.
them.
Oh, you're not racist? Name every black person.
Brandon Biggers, there's one.
Dude, I'm gonna make that a clip.
Oh, real fast. Punts in the Park has Elvis Cortez from Left Alone playing,
Nice.
along with Rundown Creeps,
We talked
Boxcar
about
Mario, Bare Knuckle Honey, and The Socials.
Is it Rundown Creeps or is it just Richard?
Probably just Richard.
It's just
Either
Richard,
way, I'm
we
fine.
fucking love you, man.
It's
yeah.
acoustic.
Shout out to Richard. He's dope as fuck.
November 23rd, Friendsgiving in Banning with Ricochet and the Walking Toxins.
I'm gonna make
Yes.
some pie.
Austin, you gotta cut these plugs like 80%.
I have more shows though.
No,
Okay, that's all
Continue,
shows.
Brandon.
Nick, do you have any out of advantage shows coming up?
Nope.
No, actually, wait, no. November 8th.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
The
that.
Void?
I'm throwing a show at the Void, which
Because I
is
haven't
not
talked to the captain.
fully put together. Actually,
Hey,
yeah, please
Nick.
talk to the captain.
Nick, can you explain what the void is?
The Void
Is where Ricochet played 2 weeks ago, and it was fucking awesome. Thank you to
It's a
Transcendental.
banning house for IE Pirate Punks, which is ran by, well, I believe partially ran by Leia Chess, and she's amazing. And all the IE Pirate Punks are actually amazing people who do good things. The majority of the shows are for benefits. They actually help homeless people, the scene, and everything like that. They do a lot for a lot of people. They're a safe place. They're a house to spend the night at. They're a place for good shows, and I love those people very, very much. But November 8th, I'm going to throw a show there. It's going to be a pop-up show because I'm still fucking not far along with the lineup. I've been so out of everything. But I want to get this one going. I want to make it really, really fun. And so November 8th, it's going to be fun. So go ahead to that show if you can. And that's pretty much it. I don't know.
Where's the void?
The Void's in San Bernardino.
San Bernardino.
And if you look for the show
Anybody's
once it
listening
gets
to it, you know
close,
that.
look for Slightly Out Productions because that's probably where it will be posted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or the merch stand, because whatever you guys post,
I mean, it'll
they
be
pretty
on
much
everything,
post,
but-
yeah.
Yes.
To be honest, I think that's about. Does anybody have anything more to add? I think that's about it.
Well, I do want to say we are
Patreon.
the merch stand. We do have a Patreon.
Yes.
If you want to check it out, patreon.com and look up the merch stand. Any funds will help us to expand more.
They make
Yeah.
cool shit.
Thank you.
They give merch to local bands.
Yeah,
It
we
all
do
goes
our
to the
best.
music scene.
That's
we
one of
do
the
our
causes.
best to give back to the local music scene. We are needing some more heavier equipment that it does kind of cost a lot. So if you do decide to go through Patreon and donate, then you do get some items in return. So to find out what items you do get in return, look us up on patreon.com. And we also have a YouTube, and we will be posting videos from shows and probably some other funny shit.
And this?
And our cooking show, hopefully that's in the works.
Oh yeah, we're making a cooking show.
Yeah, me and
Oh my
Biggs are
goodness.
gonna have a cooking show. It's gonna be
I can
great.
see it now.
It's gonna be-
Drunken Kitchen.
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah.
With like the knife sound, like the.
No.
Okay, we need this. Anyways,
No, it's nigga
yeah,
net.
we also have an Instagram, the merch stand. We have a Facebook. Just if you're interested in any merch, and if we're able to do it, we will definitely try to help you guys. Just check us out.
And custom crafts as well. I mean, if you want to get gifts for your family, friends, you know, hit us up. Order some stuff. You know, cups and a lot of stuff. I mean, shirts. If you want to get your grandma a funny shirt,
Grandma.
she'd really appreciate it.
Read me, bro.
We are
tank
a
top.
team of 6, actually. So we actually have 4 of our team members here. Nick.
Don't
Corey.
fucking look at me when you say that. Jesus.
I can look at you if I want to.
I was sad that there wasn't like a picture of me that just said Jeff and like does nothing. Like I
I'm
want
gonna
to
do
be
that now.
involved.
I'm gonna
You
throw
know
that
what?
in there.
No, yeah, we're gonna throw you in there. Okay, so we
Yay.
have Jeff and the merch stand now.
I'm involved.
He's our latest member.
But you're not.
And then we also have
I wanna be
2
involved.
people who aren't here today, and
Does
it's
nothing,
Araya
still
and
involved.
Ellen. They've helped us out.
God rest their soul.
They've helped us with selling
They're
and
not dead.
making design and everything.
You don't
so,
know that.
Yeah, check us out. We do epoxy cups, t-shirts.
They make cool shit.
We
Custom
trade
Make cool shit.
custom wine glasses, custom
etching,
jars,
Also, if you've ever
glass
seen
etching.
an Endorphins patch or a Ricochet patch or listened to a Ricochet CD or the new line of TOA merch, it's all the merch stand. And they've been helping all of us around here a lot lately, and we all really appreciate it.
Yeah, if you follow the Facebook and the Instagram, you can see all the stuff that we make and whatnot. So
Well, thank you. Thank you for the praise. But it's a collaborative effort between us and you guys.
True.
You're just making me
It's
stuff,
like 70-30.
and we're hoping you are able to sell it.
And you
Hey,
know how
man.
I said you gotta cut these plugs 80%? It's gonna be 90%.
This is a long
99%.
plug.
Possibly,
This is a long ass plug.
possibly 95% of these plugs need to be.
Can we go
cut.
back to Elon
Also-
Musk? Like,
We have a SoundCloud too.
what?
So we are going to be putting this podcast.
We're gonna start making some
on
dope ass
SoundCloud.
beats.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I'll
This
run
is
it.
gonna
I
be
run.
great.
I'll fucking take
I
the Twitter.
think we should not release anything on any social media ever, and we make these podcasts in the VHS tapes, and we just pass them to people.
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
who
No,
has
let's
the
put it on
VHS?
cassette tapes, bro.
why,
We can put it on
why-
these.
We're not filming this.
The
Exactly.
one guy, the
Nice.
one guy who listens
Yeah.
to it will like kind of like it.
No, yeah, who have a
Yes, this is okay. I mean,
There's,
I mean, I
we're not
wouldn't.
recording like videotaping, so we can't put on a VHS.
Yeah, we can.
We can put on a
I mean,
cassette tape.
Yeah, cassette tape.
Hell
We
yeah.
can put it on VHS.
we can
Well,
put
if
it.
we
We
put
can put
a
it.
VHS
We
We
just need
shouldn't.
to put like a still for
Oh,
like
Ryan can
100
watch
it.
fucking
That'd be
87,000
VHS player.
frames.
Yeah, it'll be black.
This video should
They
have
listen to
ended
this
20
every-
years ago.
So it's like, wow, the 90s costume was weird.
I'm still trapped in a
Wait,
podcast.
was it 2019?
Wow,
Is this a toaster?
That's a low price. Let's
that's a low price.
Yeah, we should end.
I need a cigarette.
Yeah.
let's end
I
it
think
off.
that's it. We need fucking nicotine breaks. Me and Biggs are fiending.
I need a nug
And
injection.
He
So
needs a nugget.
thank
I
you
would
guys.
also like a
Wine.
wink.
Thank you guys for listening to
Thank
After
you.
the Encore.
Like,
I am
subscribe,
Nick.
share.
I am Nick. Who else is
Send
here?
it to everybody that
Who else?
you know.
Who else is here? Are you?
Emily.
Austin.
Taylor, Corey.
Taylor? Hi, I'm Jeff.
Jeff. Thank you guys so much. That was really fun. Austin's gonna cut this up. We'll make it nice, and yeah, have a good night.
We heart you.
Buy Ricochet merch.
Bye.